Archidaceae family general characters are completed. The root system, leaves and stem is also completed. And the inflorescence of the Orchidaceae family, inflorescence is mostly spike inflorescence. Spike inflorescence is present in the Orchidaceae family, and the Orchidaceae family's spike inflorescence appears like a resin inflorescence. Resin inflorescence. Orchidaceae, resin inflorescence, and normally these plants are monocotyledonal plants. Root system is adventitious root system or tuberous root system. The leaves venation is, the parallel venation is present, and the seeds are monocotyledons. Only one cotyledon is present in seeds, and the flower is large, bright color and appears like a very bright color, bracteate, sessile or pedicellate, zygomorphic, bisexual, trimerous and epigynous flowers. Orchidaceae family plants are epigynous flowers. Epigynous flowers means the ovary is inferior ovary. Perianth consists of the tepals. Tepals are normally 6 tepals. These 6 tepals are arranged in 2 holes. 6 tepals are arranged in 2 holes. Outer 3 tepals are called as sepals and inner 3 tepals are called as petals. Inner 3 petals are called as petals. And the outer 3 petals, inner 3 petals are called as sepals, and the one sepal is large in size. One posterior sepal is large in size, and the inner 3 tepals are called as the petals. Inner 3. Perianth consists of the 6 tepals. These 6 tepals are arranged in 2 holes. 6 tepals are arranged in 2 holes. Outer 3 is called as sepals and inner 3 is called as petals. Outer 3 sepals are called as sepals and inner 3 called as sepals. And in 3 petals, the 3 sepals are present and 3 petals are present. In 3 sepals, only one sepal is large in size. And next we will see the petals. In 3 petals, the posterior petal is large in size. Posterior petal is large. Posterior petal is large in size. Posterior petal is large in size. This is called as lip or labellum. This is called as lip or labellum. The posterior petal is called as, the posterior one petal is large in size. This is called as lip or labellum. And the posterior side petal, the large lip or labellum is present at the posterior side in bud. In bird position. మనకి బర్డ్ పొజిషన్ లో బర్డ్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రమే ది లార్జ్ petal is present at the posterior petal. This is called as lip or labellum. Lip or labellum. And the posterior petal is become changed into anterior side. Becomes to anterior side in flower. In bird, the lip or labellum is posterior side and lip or labellum is anterior side in flower. Anterior side in flower. The lip or labellum is present at the anterior side in flower. The posterior side in bird and anterior side in flower. The posterior side lip or labellum is completely turned into anterior side. The 180 degrees, totally turned to 180 degrees. Totally turned to 180 degrees. This phenomena is called as resupination. This is called as resupination. Resupination. This is important. Resupination means the lip or labellum is present at the anterior side in bird, and this anterior side, posterior side in bird, the posterior side lip or labellum is completely turned into anterior side at 180 degrees at clockwise. For example, in first anterior side, the lip or labellum is present at the posterior side in bird, and the anterior side in flower. The lip or labellum is completely turned into anterior side at 180 degrees. This phenomena is called as resupination. This process is called as resupination. The resupination process is present in Orchidaceae, occur in Orchidaceae family. And the resupination process, the sepals are also three present, and petals are also present, and these three petals, two petals are small and one petal is large, that is called as lip or labellum. The lip or labellum is present at the posterior side in bird and anterior side in flower. The lip or labellum shapes are different. Color and shape is different in different types of plants. For example, Cypripedium. The Cypripedium, the lip or labellum shape is slipper shape. Lip or labellum shape is slipper shape in Cypripedium. In Chrysanthus, the labellum is bucket shape. In Chrysanthus. And different types of shapes are occurring in the Orchidaceae family. The lip or labellum shape is different shapes and different colors in different types of plants. For example, Cypripedium or Cypripedium slipper shape. The labellum is slipper shape, and the Chrysanthus bucket shape. Labellum is bucket shape. And next one is the resupination process. Resupination process is very 2 marks question or in bits. Resupination process is occur in only Orchidaceae family. Posterior side petal is completely turned into anterior side in flowers. The labellum or lip is completely turned into 180 degrees at clockwise position. This is called as resupination process. And next one is gynostemium. Next side heading is gynostemium. In gynostemium, the filaments, normally the anthers and the normally stamens consist of the filaments, connective and anther. Filaments and styles form styles fuse and forms the column-like structure. Or just like a tube-like structure. This is called as gynostemium. The stamens, filaments, and the stamens consist of the filaments and anthers. The gynoecium consists of the ovary and styles. The filaments and styles are completely fused and forms a tube-like structure that is called as gynostemium. This is also very important. Gynostegium is present in Asclepiadaceae family. In Asclepiadaceae family, the corolla and the stamens are fused and forms a disc-shaped structure that is called as gynostegium in Asclepiadaceae family. And in Orchidaceae family, Gynostomium. Gynostomium means the stamens, filaments and the styles fuse and forms a tube-like structure that is called as gynostomium. That is called as gynostomium. Normally the gynostomium is normally the tube-like structure is elongated and fleshy-like structure. Elongated and fleshy-like structure. Elongated and fleshy. Elongated and fleshy-like structure. And above the ovary, the structure is normally present at above the ovary, and this is called as gynostomium. Gynostomium. Lip or labellum is one important, and the next one is resupination process, and third one is gynostomium. Third one is gynostomium, and next we will see the androecium. Next we will see the androecium of the Orchidaceae family. Androecium of Orchidaceae family. Androecium of Orchidaceae family. In normally the stamens are 1 or 2 sessile. 1 or 2 sessile anthers are present in 1 or 2 sessile. 1 or 2 sessile anthers. Sessile anthers are present in Orchidaceae family plants. 1 or 2 sessile anthers are present in Orchidaceae family plants. And the Orchidaceae family plants, the anthers are divided into 2 groups. Anthers are divided into 2 groups, monandre and diandre. Monandre and diandre. 2 groups. The anthers are divided into 2 groups. Or the plants are divided into 2 groups, depends upon the anthers. Depends on the anthers. These are called as monandre. Monandre means one anther is present at the tip of the column. One anther is present at the tip of the column, and one anther is anterior stamen. One anterior side anther is fertile. One anterior side anther is fertile. For example, we see this diagram. This is the monandrous. And next one is in diandrous forms. This is the diandrous, monandrous and diandrous forms. This is the monandrous, and second one is diandre. Monandre and diandre, or monandrous and diandrous. Monandrous and diandrous. In monandrous forms, the outer wall anterior one anther is fertile. Anterior side one anther is fertile in outer wall, and the inner wall, the lateral two anthers are staminose, reduced and staminodes. Lateral two anthers are staminodes. Inner completely absent or the two anthers are forms the staminodes. This is the monanther. Monanther means only one anther is fertile anther. The one outer wall consists of the one fertile anther at the anterior side of the flower. At the anterior side of the flower. Mono means only one. Inner wall anthers are completely absent, or sometimes staminodes are also present. Staminodes are also present. This is the monanther family plants. In dianther family plants, the outer wall consists of the one large staminode at the present of the anterior side of the flower. At the present of the anterior side of the flower. In inner wall, two anthers are fertile. Inner wall consists of the two fertile anthers. These two fertile anthers are also lateral side. These two fertile anthers are lateral side of the flower. These two groups, the Orchidaceae family plants are divided into two groups depends on the anthers, monanthae and dianthae. In monanthae forms one outer wall, one anther is fertile at the anterior side, and inner wall anthers are absent, or sometimes the lateral two staminodes are also present. In dianthae forms, the outer wall consists of the one large staminode. This is present at the anterior side of the flower, and the inner wall consists of the two anthers. Inner wall consists of the two anthers. These two anthers are present at the lateral side of the flower. Lateral side of the flower. This is the anthericium. And normally the anthers are dithecous anthers. Normally the anthers are dithecous anthers and intros. Dithecous anthers, intros, and the longitudinal slits. Longitudinal slits are also present. And the pollen grains forms the pollinia. Pollen grains forms the pollinia. A group of pollen grains is called as pollinia. This type of pollinia structure is also occur in Asclepiadaceae family. In Asclepiadaceae family, the flowers consist of the pollinia, and in the Asclepiadaceae family, the translators are also present. In this, normally in Apidaceae family, the pollinia, many pollen grains forms aggregate and forms a group of structure that is called as pollinia. Normally, the 2 to 8 pollinia are present in each flower. 2 to 8 pollinia are present in each flower. 2 to 8 pollinia are present in each flower. This is the anthericium of the Orchidaceae family. Anthericium of the Orchidaceae family. And next we will see the gynoecium. Gynoecium. Next we will see the gynoecium. The gynoecium consists of the gynoecium is tricarpellary. The gynoecium is tricarpellary, syncarpous. Tricarpellary, syncarpous, and unilocular. Tricarpellary, syncarpous, unilocular. The placentation is oxale placentation. Oxale placentation. Many ovules are present in locules. Many ovules are present in locules. This is a gynoecium, and the ovary is inferior ovary. Ovary is inferior ovary. Ovary is inferior ovary. The gynoecium consists of the gynoecium is tricarpellary. Three carpels are present: tricarpellary, syncarpus, unilocular, axial placentation, and inferior ovary. Axial placentation and inferior ovary. In Cypripedium plants, in Cypripedium flowers, ovaries trilocular, axial placentation, tricarpellary, trilocular, and axial placentation. So this is the parietal placentation. In normal plants, the placentation is parietal placentation. In Cypripedium plants, the tricarpellary, trilocular, and the placentation is axial placentation. And the gynecium consists of the inferior ovary. The ovary is inferior ovary. Normally in monandous forms or monandre, the rostrum is also present in monandous forms. Rostrum structure is also present in monandous forms, and the two stigmas are also present. Two stigmas are present, and the rostrum structure is also present, and the monandous forms. In diandrous forms, the rostrum structure is absent. Rostrum structure is absent in diandrous forms, and the all stigmas are fertile. And the rostrum structure is absent. And in these forms, the monandous forms, only two stigmas are fertile and one stigma is sterile. And the diandrous forms, the rostrum structure is completely absent and all stigmas are fertile. And next one is fruit. Side heading is fruit. The fruit is normally the capsule fruit. In vanilla, berry fruit. In vanilla plants, berry fruit. The seed is non-endospermic seed. And next one we will see the floral formula of Orchidaceae family. The Orchidaceae floral formula is bracteate, ebracteolate, EB or bracteote, ebracteolate, zygomorphic. Zygomorphic means two petals are large and two petals are small and one petal is large. And bisexual and P Perianthus 3+3 free or 3+3 or within brackets, fused or free, and A1 or 2, G3 inferior ovary. Tricarpellary and syncarpus, fused. Syncarpus and tricarpellary ovary. Bracteate, ebracteolate, zygomorphic, bisexual, petals, perianthus arranged in two folds, 3+3 free or 3+3 fused, Androecium consists of the only one or two anthers, and the Gynoecium tricarpellary, syncarpus and inferior ovary. Inferior ovary. This is the floral fauna of the Orchidaceae family. Floral fauna of the Orchidaceae family, and we will see the economic importance of the Orchidaceae family. In economic importance of the Orchidaceae family, the normally some plants are used as the food preparation of food materials, and some plants are used as the medicines, Ayurvedic medicines, and some plants are the ornamental plants. For example, the vanda, these are all ornamental plants, and some plants, vanilla, these are also used in the preparation of the used in food materials, and also some plants are used in the Ayurvedic medicines. Ayurvedic medicines. This is the Orchidaceae family. This family is called as Orchidaceae family. Orchidaceae, the vegetative characters, and the next one is vegetative characters, floral characters, and floral fauna of the Orchidaceae family. And these three, labellum, nipah, labellum is important, rejuvenation process is important, and the monandrous and diandrous forms. And next one is the Gynostomium is also present in the Orchidaceae family, and Pollinia. And Pollinia. This is the Orchidaceae family. Next we will see the Gingiberaceae family. Gingiberaceae family. Next family is Gingiberaceae. This is the last family. Next family is Gingiberaceae. Gingiberaceae. The Gingiberaceae family is also Monocotyledon family. This family is also Monocotyledon family, and different scientists, for example, Bentham Hooker scientists and Engler and Pratt scientists, for example, APGD Condor. These are the classified into different types of classifications give the Gingiberaceae family. And Bentham Hooker classification, the phanerogams and the Monocotyledons, Epigynae, Citaminae and Gingiberaceae. Citaminae and Gingiberaceae, and different types of, for example, Engler and Pratt classification, the Monocotyledon, Embryophyta, Siphonogamma, and different types of classifications give the Gingiberaceae family. And the APG control, Monocotyledon angiosperms and Monocotyledons and Gingiberaceae. And we will see the Bentham and Hooker classification. Bentham and Hooker classification. Bentham and Hooker classification. The Bentham and Hooker classify the Gingiberaceae family. Division phanerogams. Division phanerogams. Division phanerogams, and class Monocotyledons. Monocotyledons, and series Epigynae. Series Epigynae, family series Epigynae, family Citaminae. Citaminae family, Citaminae family, Citaminae, tribe Gingiberaceae. Tribe Gingiberaceae. Tribe is Gingiberaceae. This is the Bentham and Hooker classification. The Bentham and Hooker classification Classification, division is phanerogams, class is Monocotyledons, series Epigynae, family Sitaminae, and tribe is Gingiveraceae. Tribe is Gingiveraceae. This is the Bentham and Hooker classification. Bentham and Hooker classification, and the distribution of the Gingiveraceae family. In Gingiveraceae family, the 49 genera, 49 genera, and 1000 species are present in Gingiveraceae family. 49 genera and 1000 species are present in Gingiveraceae family. And next, the examples of the Gingiveraceae family. Next one, the examples of the Gingiveraceae family. For example, Gingiber officinalis. Gingiber officinalis. Gingiber officinalis. Gingiber officinalis. Ginger, allamu, common name is allamu, and curcuma longa, turmeric, pasupu, and Alpina galanga, toy ginger, common name is toy ginger, and Curima amada, mango ginger, Curima amara, mango ginger. These are the examples of the Gingiveraceae family. Common examples: Gingiber officinalis, ginger, and Curcuma longa, turmeric, and Alpina galanga, toy ginger, and Curima amada, mango ginger. These are the examples of the Gingiveraceae family. And next we will see the vegetative characters of the Gingiveraceae family. Vegetative characters. Vegetative characters of the Gingiveraceae family. First side heading is root. First side heading is the root. Root system is adventitious root system. Root system is adventitious root system. The root system is adventitious root system. And next one is stem. Next side heading is stem. This stem is rhizome in ginger. Stem is rhizome in ginger. Tubers in curcuma. Curcuma longa, and they rarely erect plants. Rarely short and erect plants. And next side heading is leaf. The leaf is simple, alternate. Sessile or petiolate. Simple, alternate, sessile or petiolate. Exticulate, sheathing leaf base is present. Sheathing leaf base. Sheathing leaf base is also present. Sheathing leaf base is also present in Poaceae family. Sheathing leaf base and the ligulate. The leaves are ligulate. Ligulate means ligule is present. Ligule means, for example, between the lamina and sheathing leaf base, one small structure is present, one small thin membranous structure is present, that is called as ligule. That is called as ligule. Ligule is also present in this family. This is ligulate. This is called as ligulate. Ligulate of leaves simple, alternate, sessile or petiolate, exstipulate, sheathing leaf base and ligulate. Sheathing leaf base and ligulate. This is the Gingiberaceae family. This is the Gingiberaceae family. Vegetative characters: root, stem and leaf. And in next class we will see the floral characters. Floral characters, inflorescence, and we will see the next class.